Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of AEW Rampage, the week commencing the 5th of August 2024, and Dynamite, obviously. Starts with Wheeler Yuta versus The Butcher. Really good match. Wheeler Yuta wins. Then Brian Cage versus some guy. Brian Cage wins. Then Carl Fletcher calls out Brian Cage as well after that. Then Nyla Rose versus Harley Cameron in a spirited match, but Nyla Rose gets the victory. Then Brian Keith versus some guy. Brian Keith wins. Then MXM Collection versus Private Party in the main event in a great match, but in the end, MXM get the victory. Then we go to Dynamite in a cracking match. It's MJF and Carl Fletcher for the American Championship. Really good match. Now, I think it wasn't for the American Championship. I know I think it was just a normal match, but it was a really good match though. But in the end, MJF got the victory. Then MJF beats up Carl Fletcher, and then Will Ospreay comes to save him later. Then we have Mariah May versus some lady. Mariah May who gets the victory, and then her and Tony Brawl get into an altercation. Then we have Darby Allin calling out Jack Perry for a match at All In. Then we have Keith Lee versus Shibata in a really good match. Go and watch it. I haven't seen it, but Shibata gets the victory. Then we have Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy is basically fired up and he's ready to go. He's ready to do whatever needs to be done. Then we have Hangman, basically calls out everybody, especially Swerve Strickland. He has this obsession with Swerve Strickland. Okay. Then Swerve Strickland has a sit down with Jim Ross. Basically, Swerve Strickland tells Jim Ross that he can't wait for this match. He's going to beat Bryan Danielson. It's like Bryan Danielson's at the end of his career. He's going to put him out, basically. So we'll see what happens. Then we have Orange Cassidy in the FTR versus Roderick Strong and the Beast in a really good match. Go and watch it. But in the end, Orange Cassidy and FTR get the victory. Then we have FTR calling out the Acclaimed. They have a bit of a face-off, so let's see what happens there. Then we have Christian Cage, basically calls out the Bang Bang gang, but says it's not the Scissor Gang anymore, is it? And then the House of Black, basically saying if they want a chance against the Trios Championships that are the Patriarchy, they have to face off. And Christian Cage is a special guest referee. This is going to happen on Collision. I can't wait for that match. Then you have Kamala takes out two women. Obviously, she's Mercedes Moné's bodyguard. Then Mercedes Moné is called out by Britt Baker. Basically says Mercedes is known for things don't go her way. She takes her ball and she goes home. So that's a stinger. So we'll see. Then in the main event of the evening, it's Bryan Danielson versus Jeff Jarrett. Really good match. It was an anything match, anything goes match. There's fighting in the crowd, there's fighting in the lobby, there's fighting in the back, there's fighting in this concession stand. But in the end, Bryan Danielson gets the victory. And then Swerve Strickland comes out and basically says he wants to face, as a warm-up, one of Bryan Danielson's proteges, Wheeler Yuta, as a warm-up. Let's see.